Is the fear of failure, success, or what you or other people think trying to derail your recovery?
Well, in this episode, we'll share a few things that you can do to defeat fear in your life and get your recovery back on track. Well, it's July 6th, and it's time for another double shot of My Sober Truth. I love this concept of identifying fear, defeating fear, overcoming fear. You know, even your opening question, what the fear of failure, the fear of success, the fear of what you think, the fear of what I think, fear in and of itself. It's such a paralyzing thing that often keeps people from starting a journey, whether it's recovery or anything in life, or continuing on the journey. They get a little bit down the road, the fear creeps up, and they give up.
Right.
And so here's my question for you. I know, because we've talked about this before, we've all suffered from it. We all deal with it on a regular basis. And so how do you defeat fear in your life?
Well, we've already talked about it a lot, and I'm going to keep talking about it. A lot of this stuff really comes down to taking care of the little things.
Right.
If I'm in a good mindset, if I am walking in the light, if my life, in my life, if I have been doing the right little things, the next right thing, whatever that little thing is, you know, stopping to fill up the car with gas for my wife.
Right.
You know, telling my wife, no, you go ahead and go home. I'll stop at the grocery store. You know, whatever those little things are, I talk about all the time. Pick up the piece of trash. Find something you can do for someone else that'll just help them a little bit.
Right.
Be of service to your fellow person, your fellow man. Just be of service. Try to put yourself out there and become a person. You know, we used to talk about it all the time, a person of success. Become a person of character. Have some character about yourself. And when you do that, these fears start to get smaller.
Right.
They start to become less daunting. As I started to experience some success in my life, my fear of success went down in some ways. It's also risen in some ways. I was having a very interesting conversation about this topic last night with my friend Sam, a friend of yours as well. And we were talking about how about the same amount of time ago that I came into recovery, he was just coming to this country, moving to this country, and he had all these big fears, and some of those are fears of success. You know, what are you going to do? You have these huge fears of failing, but what are you going to do if you succeed? I don't know how to be a business owner. I don't know how to, I've never done that before. I just think I have some ideas.
Right.
I don't know how to do this kind of stuff. So he had these fears. Well, now he's a pretty successful business owner, and he has different fears. He still has some fears of failing, but his fears now center more around the fact of he also has, he's gotten married and he has some kids. So now his fears center, what am I going to do? If I fail, I'm going to fail my kids. I'm going to fail my wife. I'm not going to be. So all of his fears, he still has them. They've just changed. The best thing that I know to do with fear is to walk through them. Mm-hmm. And the best way that I know to walk through them is to set yourself up to walk through them. And the way that I set myself up to walk through fear is to do the little things every day that keep me in a good frame of mind, keep me in a good place. They allow me to deal with, my whole life is not, you know, rosy.
Right.
I have challenges. Things come up. I have negativity. How I deal with that negativity, if I'm in a bad headspace when that negativity comes up, I deal with it completely different than I do if I'm in a good headspace when the negativity comes up. If I'm really paying attention to where I'm at, what I'm doing, and making sure that I'm doing the next right thing, all the little things that I'm supposed to be doing, the negativity just can't get me.
That's good.
It can't get me. It can't do the things to me that it used to do.
I love it. One of the things you said early on, talking about the little things, and you mentioned this concept of serving others.
Yes.
As part of it. And what came to my mind when you said that, one thing about fear is so inward looking. It's such a personal thing in that situation. And the more you focus on it, the more it grows.
Right.
But I like that concept of as you turn your gaze to someone else and you meet their needs, it's amazing. As soon as you take your eyes off that fear, it begins to diminish and shrink.
Right.
And this goes back to that concept, doing the right little things every time, walking through the steps, taking care of your side of the street, serving other people, all will help diminish your fear.
Right.
I love it. I love it. So as we wrap up, I'm going to ask our viewers that same question I posed to you. And so guys, we'd love to hear from you. What are you doing to defeat fear in your life and keep your recovery on track? Take a few minutes, put your answers down in the comment section below. We can't wait to read what you have to say on this subject. And on that note, from My Sober Truth, I'm Mark.
Hey, and I'm Sean. And here's hoping that today you stay drunk with success. Love y'all. Hi, folks. Thanks for watching. If you're ready for another round of My Sober Truth, then belly on up to mysobertruth.com and click on the double shot button today. There you'll find the daily inspiration, encouragement, and support that'll help you stay clean, on track, and growing in every area of your life. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, and if you got a minute, stick around, watch another video. Love y'all.